What are the cardinal signs of the zodiac? First, let's discuss what cardinal means in regards to astrology. When we refer to cardinal signs in the zodiac, these are the signs that are on the four angles within a chart. In the natural chart or the world chart, that would mean that we are referencing the first house, the fourth house, the seventh house, and the 10th house. Those corresponding signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Now, you will notice in the Northern Hemisphere, these correspond directly with Aries in the spring, Cancer in the summer, Libra in fall, and of course Capricorn as the initiation of winter. A few keywords that describe cardinal signs would be action, leadership, initiation, change, and growth. Now with Aries, we see a lot of new birth initiation. We're talking about springtime when everything is springing to life. With Cancer, we've got a much more warm and fertile vibe where we're talking about the warmth of summer and that mothering, nurturing vibe that comes with the sign of Cancer. Now, in fall, we're seeing harvest. So this is a change to cooler times, but also to times of bounty. We're bringing in all of the foods that are warm and nurturing to help keep us comfortable through the cold months of winter. And of course, Capricorn, we're talking about a time of year when things are cold, stoic, maybe a little bit dark, and frankly, this has that fathery vibe to it where there's discipline required just to get through the wintertime. Now, I know that this is not everyone's experience based on where they live, but keeping these things in mind helps us to better understand those four signs. And of course, how those signs color the planetary and personal points that we have in our natal horoscope in those signs. If you have personal planets or points in any of those four cardinal signs, you may see a lot more action and initiation in those houses within your chart. Someone that has a Mars, say, in the sign of Aries or Capricorn, is going to be an incredibly driven person with all kinds of get up and go and initiating force. This is because Mars rules the sign of Aries and is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. It feels very at home there and so is very strong. The one caution is not to overuse your drive and run over others in the process. Now, let's just say someone with Moon in Cancer. That's going to be a person that has very, very large emotions. They're very likely to be the mother of the group, even if they're a male. They're probably going to be the one going, "Hey, have you eaten today? Are you okay, honey? What's wrong? Can I do anything for you?" And of course, when we have, say, for example, Venus in the sign of Libra, that's its home, its rulership. And so you're going to see people that are very incredibly beautiful, that think a lot about how they look. They're always going to be in nice clothes. Even if they're working, they're going to have nice work clothes. They're going to make sure that they look put together, that they look intentional, and that they do truly care about how they look and how people perceive them. Of course, going back to the downfalls of what can happen with, say, a Moon in Cancer placement, you may find yourself struggling with these big emotions and having a hard time regulating your emotional control. Maybe even putting emotions before common sense sometimes and making choices that you regret later because you made them in a moment of passion and overwhelm. And of course, with Libra, we can be talking about someone that maybe puts too much emphasis on their image and doesn't take the time to work on their internal self quite enough. The beauty of having cardinal sign placements, though, is that they're always ready to change. So if you're ever concerned about whether or not you're actually hitting the mark on reaching the higher levels of the energies of these placements, just remember, it's okay. You can shift. As soon as you're conscious of something that you know you need to change, you are in a perfect place to be able to go, okay, I'm ready to make that shift. And you'll just do it without overthinking it. Unless, of course, you've got some really super fixed energies in your chart as well that pull you back a little bit. But general rule of thumb, access the higher sides of those cardinal placements and you will be prepared to shift as needed. So do you have any of these placements in your chart? If you do, share in the comments below. And if you have questions about these placements, again, drop them in the comments. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can.